Okay, today's going to be a push day. I work a 2-day split. Today's push day, but everything will get worked. I mean, anything you can push with your legs, push here, push here. Triceps, if you want to, as extra. The other day would be a pull, would be, pull ups, everything like that. And then also for the legs, I would do a hinge movement like this, like a deadlift or something. So that would work the back of the legs as best I can without the fancy equipment of a gym. So today my push setup is the big thing is the belt squats. I think belt squats, deficit squats are the best thing you can really do for, I think, stimulating growth, HGH, blah, 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 all that stuff they say. But I think it's a big driver of just being strong. So you should always squat if you can. And this is the best way to squat because the weight stays below the hips and off the back. And I don't want to, I'm 50 years old now and I've had back problems. So I don't see a big reason for me to back squat. Or dare I say anyone when you could do that. So do that, do any pushing movements. I'll definitely dip some way. I have another thing here I can dip, a big pull-up contraption, but I also have this. You can make a deficit out of these things, the plyometric boxes, which I use for the squats. That's why they're so versatile. I will do a little shoulder pressing, which is not body weight, but I have trouble. Well, I don't have trouble. I can work my shoulders pressing kind of by bending forward, uh, but I do like the just the basic stimulus of lifting weights for a shoulder press. I think it's a worthy thing to do. I don't do a lot of weights, but I think that I can't figure out how to get that stimulus that I want so quickly. So I will do that. My whole theory is, I should explain, is this kind of longevity method, or I'm thinking of call it instinctive-exhaustive method, where try to use as little external weight as possible. And usually that's to supplement the body weight. So for instance, if you're dipping, you think it's a little too easy, you can add a little weight on your back, and there you go. So I usually start any day, a push day, by doing something upper body with the chest, usually a dip or push-ups or something like that. I just got this here, so I'll do it. But hang on, I'm gonna breathe. Okay, first thing I'm gonna start off with today is dips, so to speak. But when I do pulling or pushing, especially, I like to think of things in a continuum, meaning I can push from many different angles if I have this thing. So for example, I can just dip, that's this. I can go straight if I get my feet up like this, right? So there's pretty much a deficit push-up. Well, literally a deficit push-up. Oh, that's good. And then if I get very tired, oh, excuse me, I can do one more thing in here. I can do shoulder press. And the way you do that is just point the head down. If your head's down, the body will follow, such as this. That's pretty good. And then when everything gets tired, when all that has me cooked, so to speak, I can come here and I can do this, which is a lot easier. But when you're already very fatigued, it's a really, really good movement that you should do. Okay, so see if I can get this off without messing up the microphone. Okay, here we go. I'll just start with straight dips. I'm gonna make sure this is in place now. Pretty good. So later, see, I want no rest. I want to dip, uh, shoulder press, deficit push-up, all of it without really resting. Never taking the tension off the upper body. So it's a very good exercise, even cardiovascularly speaking, because heart rate's going to get up for a little while here. All right, here we go. I'll start here again. Deficit push-ups. That's very good. The great thing about this, and everything you can do this with is good, important is get that full stretch at the bottom. Oh, way more than a bench press, and I think even more than dumbbells, which are very good too. So worst is barbell bench. Really good one is just dumbbell bench, and then this is next level because now I just start changing the angle whenever I want, just by moving my hips. See this? It's very different than this. But if you're benching whatever, you cannot just switch like that. That's why this is so good. Okay, I'll come off this and this. Whew, that's not easy. See, I'm already fatigued. I don't worry about it. I'm not trying to impress people with any numbers or reps, I guess. I'm just getting that muscle really worked. A lot of blood in there and not easy to do. So that I'm really feeling some, not failure yet, but getting there. Okay, but we can keep going, right? So push forward a little for shoulder press now. Shoulders are tired. Bring my hips down. Okay. See if I can come off it and do a dip again. Or two. Ooh. Okay, take a break. Okay. What do we do? Oh, I didn't start. Forgot to start my strength workout, which is really good because I do like to check heart rate, especially when I'm squatting like this, because it really drives up the heart rate in a very good way, of course. So I get the belt on. What can we talk about here? I like to have the weight I said below me, below my hips, but I still add small things on, like for example, this I can put here, and when I need it, I can just hold it here and dip for more weight. Or I like this, putting extra weight around the neck, which I started doing. Not so much for a back day, which is when I usually do this, but a pull day. But I just like the whole stabilization of the whole core. With something on your head, especially, you really got to be strong in the middle to do it, especially if it starts getting out here. I mean, the tension on the body and the stabilization of that is really, really immense. I'll try that later. But first thing I do is with this squatting, I've learned to wear this, a towel around my waist, because so I squat maybe every 2 days, and after a while it just starts, and it's uncomfortable. And so just for myself, I made this up. I know it might look crazy, but my hips hurt, and I'm not damaging myself. So that's what's happening. Here we go with this. I'll pull this up here just to get extra padding, especially on the front, the hips here. It really digs in on me after a while. I know I'm not even lifting much, but I guess just so often, which is good. This should be like, I don't see the need to squat like 5 reps and then get muscle failure or something like that with the legs. I'm fine to go a little higher, just by their nature. And also, because it's so good, even for your heart, the cardiovascular, this is like sprinting after a while, the heart rate. It's nice because you can look on Apple Watch. So I'm a 100 now. It's just like walking kind of fast for me up a hill. And it's just getting ready for this. Okay, so here we go. Get this up off my hand. There we go. So with this squat, you just let it go right down in the middle there. Oh, that's good. Not only does it take the weight off your back, but it feels like something's pulling you down. And when it pulls you down, it pulls you right into place. There's no lying or faking or you're just going to be pulled into a squat. I think. I mean, if you know how to squat at all, you'll just be, that's going to pull your butt right in there, right where it needs to go. Just make sure you're driving up. Try to keep the head up. I know some people are super strict, and even I was like, you've got to be 100% back here. But now I think my body forward is okay. Like kind of like this. I think. I don't know, it feels good to me. The squat feels super good. I can't even, you just have to try this and you'll see what I mean. But if it's too easy, you can add weight kind of here in the middle of your set until you get tired. Ooh, that's heavy. That is heavy. On the legs, I mean. Okay, here we go. Woo. So that's 70 on my below my hips. Oh, 50 is fine. I now realize that's pretty heavy for me. The 70, I mean. My wife got me these for Christmas. I used to use 50 pounds, 225. This is smoking me good here today. That's good. So I'll just keep going with this for a while. Oh, really anything you can do with a deficit like this, it's all the same theory. Pushing on the bars or dipping here. Dipping. I could dip on here, but I can also use this for pushing, just like I did on those bars. I can push here. And I can do these squats. Really, the squats are the big thing for plyometric boxers. It's worth buying them if you can do this often, because it will make you strong. Whew. You don't have a lot of these left. That's good. That's good. Let's go. 1, 2. Oh, legs are fried. 3, 2. One more. One more. Ooh. Okay. That's how I take it off. If anybody wants to see that. And then you're done. Okay, as I said before, I do need to use some weights. I guess I just did use weights, but a shoulder press here. So what I'm gonna do is I got these 2 dumbbells here. I don't even know how much weight it is. I really don't care. But I can do 2 things with them. I can do lateral raises, for which they're very heavy. I mean, I could not do a strict one, but I'm too lazy to change the weight in my workout. So what I'm gonna do is get them pretty exhausted like this with the lateral raises. Then I will press them seated. Now the press will feel a lot heavier after you deplete yourself with lateral raises. So this is instinctive-exhaustive method, I say. So just kind of an idea, an instinct to get to exhaust. So for instance, 1. I'm really cheating these up and not using strict form. It's just so heavy for me. But that's okay, because after I'm done with this, I can press them. I'll be pretty exhausted. Whereas just pressing them first, it would be too easy. Oh man, this is coming loose. Loosey goosey. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I can sit here. These things come loose pretty easy. Okay, here we go. Oh, now I'm somewhat exhausted in the shoulders. Sitting here is nice. So on a shoulder press, you want to stay as lateral as possible. What I mean by that is not doing this, but getting here so your arm is really pulled down and even the shoulder is pulled away. So then press and return to here. Kind of a lateral raise almost pressing, if you will. So there is not much weight used. And I feel I've hit my shoulders fairly well doing that. Okay, I have one more thing I'm going to do on this movie film, is I'm going to get into some rings because there's nothing better than the rings for pulling or pushing. However, same thing I did before. I always have here with my rings a chair that I can move my feet to. So it becomes push-up, becomes shoulder press, blah, blah, blah. Same thing as I do with the bars, dip bars, whatever those are called. But the rings is even better. The rings are even better. Using the rings is better. The rings are better. Okay, so I figured out why gymnasts are so strong and look so good. It's because this is really hard. And it keeps you humble and honest. So here we go, I'm just gonna start with dipping. Just like before, I have everything ready. I wanna keep tension as best I can the whole time. Even a few second pause to rest is okay, but if you go over like 3 seconds, it's just different. Okay, here we go. So really you could just do this and be okay, be very good. Okay, but like I said before, you've got the continuum, so I just go here. Ooh-wee. One thing you can do with these is kind of lean forward a little and press. And at the top, go even a little higher, like 110%. And it'll really work the serratus to stabilize that move like this. So if you want those serratus. Okay, here you go. We can do a shoulder press. Same thing, move your head. The head will drive how your body responds. So head down here, shoulder. Head here, pecs. I'm cocked. Oh, I don't feel very strong today, but